I swear my neighbors probably think I'm a maniac because I set up my camera, then went outside, walked down my driveway, came back into my car, and now we're here. And why am I so dark? Anyways, good morning. I have a couple classes today and I thought I'd kind of film. I did record a haircutting video yesterday, but you're obviously not seeing it yesterday. And, you know, some things happened in the hockey world I thought I'd share my opinions on, and why not do it on my 25-minute commute? Well, it's not 25 minutes, but with traffic sometimes is, so. Yeah, big day in the hockey world yesterday. So today is, I don't even know what today is. Today is April 3rd. It's been a long week already. Today is April 3rd, and Henrik and Daniel Sedin just announced their retirement at the end of this season. So if you don't know who these people are, they were the second and third overall picks in 1999. They were basically the Canucks franchise players up until now. They've averaged, I think, 1.5 points per game since their 1999 and 2000 season, which is amazing for any player. But the sad thing is they've only made it to the Cup final, I think, once in 2010, and when they lost to, oh no, was it 2011? I think it was 2011, but when they lost to the Boston Bruins, they rioted in the streets, so very interesting franchise. But I do feel bad, this is kind of like another subject, I do feel bad when players play and have a great career in the NHL and then they don't win a cup. And I have a personal opinion that I don't think everyone deserves to win the cup. I'm meaning the Stanley Cup, which, is some of you don't know, is the championship prize for winning all the playoffs. And yeah, I don't truly think that anyone or everyone should win the Stanley Cup, but it's kind of like a Ray Bourque situation. Not really, but you know, when you play, I think it was 22 years that Ray Bourque played, and in 2001 he finally won a cup with the Avalanche, and it's just, for me, it's very sad to see these two amazing players who are literally franchise players for the Canucks never win a cup. And I truly believe that if two people would help the Canucks win a Stanley Cup, it would have been them. But sadly, it just never happened, and yeah, it's really sad. Being like a Swedish player. So they're both from, I don't know what part of Sweden, but I thought that was pretty funny. Just saying, like, Canadian, none of the Canadian guys are pretty cheap. But yeah, they play for the Vancouver Canucks. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of sad. They played a wonderful career. I think they both tallied over 1,000 points. So a wonderful career for Daniel and Henrik Sedin, but it's just a little sad that they never won a cup. I'm not too sure what other awards they've won, actually. My goodness, someone's recycling bin is right in the middle of the road. Jesus. Yeah, and then another interesting news, Erik Karlsson. I saw a video of him picking up the puck at the end of yesterday's game in Ottawa. If some of you don't know, picking up the puck at the end of a game is usually a symbolic symbol of, you know, if it's someone's first NHL win as a goalie. If they don't get it right after they score, someone's first NHL goal. But a lot of people were speculating that it was Karlsson's last night in Ottawa as a Senator. Now that was really interesting to me because I know at the trade deadline he wanted to stay. He's so loyal. He wanted to stay an Ottawa Senator. He had so many different options of going places, and I truly believe that we could have used them in Toronto. We have some great defensemen, but I don't think we'll go long in the playoffs. And the first round we're facing, I'm not sure when this is going to come out, but as of now, in the first round, the Toronto Maple Leafs are facing the Tampa Bay Lightning, which I personally think they're going to win the cup. Now I have it recorded, it's official. I personally think they're going to win the cup. But even if Toronto does beat them out, in the first round, they'll get beat out in the second round because there'll be too worn out, I would say. And in the other section, it's Boston and New Jersey, the Boston Bruins and the New Jersey Devils. So even if they beat Tampa, they're not going to beat Boston. I don't think so. So I don't know. Let's kind of see how that goes. I'm hoping and praying that they'll kind of go far. But so yeah, Erik Karlsson, he picked up the puck after the game last night, and people thought it was a symbolic symbol of, you know, that was his last game as a Senator. And then I saw photos of, because I follow a lot of hockey Instagram pages, and I saw a photo of their goalie, and it was his first NHL win as a goalie. So that's probably why he picked up the puck. Everyone was like speculating, oh, is it this or is it this? I was like, it's probably this. You know what I mean? It's just a little interesting that people were speculating that much. And you gotta love Erik Karlsson. He's such an amazing player, a Norris Trophy winning defenseman. See this big truck behind me? This guy's like in the middle of the lane, of 2 lanes, and I'm in the other lane. Oh my goodness. But no, it's a shame. But he said he wanted to be a Senator for life. Another great player that probably won't win a Stanley Cup, and it's just a little sad. One of my personal favorite players, Henrik Lundqvist, I truly don't believe he will win a Stanley Cup. Am I dark? I don't know. Is that better? Because the window's all like white, but you can see me better. Henrik Lundqvist, he is the goalie for the New York Rangers. And I don't think he'll win a Stanley Cup. I believe he's 38 now, or 36, 37, 38. I'll edit this video and double check, but poor guy. He's such an amazing goalie, and he's been with the Rangers for, I think, 12 years now. And it's just a little sad that, you know, they can't rebuild a great team. And especially this year, in the trade deadline, they traded away Ryan McDonough, which is their captain. Who trades away their captain? Anyways, Ryan McDonough, JT Miller, this is from the Rangers, and they traded them to Tampa Bay. Dan Girardi, so that's 3 players, and I feel like I'm missing another one, but maybe it was just 3. But then they traded away Rick Nash, one of their top scorers, to Boston. So that's 4 players they traded away. And they also, I mean, they got draft picks and, you know, young players, but I don't know. It's going to be tough for the Rangers. I don't think they're in the playoffs. They might be. I'm not too sure. But it's sad. It's sad when, you know, players play as long as they do and they just don't win a Stanley Cup. And, well, players who play as long as they do and are as such amazing players as they are, and they just can't do it. They just can't win a Stanley Cup, and it's pretty sad. I'm gonna keep it like this. I don't know if it's too dark. Well, we'll see. Then you can kind of see the background, but yeah, I know it's a little sad, especially when they go to a shitty franchise. And I'll talk about a couple other things that's on my mind. When me and my friend Chris went to the Florida Panthers game versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you're watching this, then that's probably up. I have no idea. But I really believe that Alexander Barkov and Jonathan Huberdeau are such underrated players. And for those of you who don't know hockey terms, underrated means that their rated is under. Like, actually, that's kind of self-explanatory. But what they're projected as coming into the NHL, they've foreseed that. So it's higher than any statistician's expectation is, and it's pretty surprising. But no one really pays attention because he's on a team like the Florida Panthers. They don't get really a lot of press, and I wouldn't say Florida is a big hockey town. Amazing expansion franchise, but Florida probably hasn't lived up to the expectations, but they have some great players. I'm pretty sure going to a Florida Panthers game, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'll do my own research, it's like $20. Going to a Leaf game, in the high up seats that I was at, depending on the team, is around like $170. You just tell like the difference. I mean, obviously the Maple Leafs have been around for 100 years. But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. But even when I went to the Dallas game, you see how, if you watch my I think it was day 2 or day 3 of my Dallas vlogs. We were like 3 rows away from the glass, and it was like $90. And it was a great game. But you can just tell the difference in that. It's very surprising, but oh man, yeah, they're just such underrated players, but they're amazing. Like, any highlights, like Alexander Barkov, he's like the king at shootouts. You know, other than like Patty King or Patrick Kane or Pavel Datsyuk. Yeah, they're just such underrated players, I feel like. But you know, what are you gonna do? They're probably still having amazing careers. So I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. Just, well, I had a couple things in mind: the Senators, the Sedins, and underrated players. That's kind of all I want to talk about. Let me guys know if you like these. I don't even know what to call them. I guess they're vlogs of me just talking about nothing, talking about stuff I want to talk about. But yeah, let me know if you guys like watching these, because they're pretty fun. I was so uncomfortable in the haircut video because I didn't really know what to talk about, except, you know, obviously the haircut stuff. But I feel like I have stuff planned now for this video. And I was saying, I guess in my haircut video it was, that I might post my 2 comedy videos a week and then 1 kind of vlog. I think I can do that. I do have finals coming up. Actually, not when you see this, I don't have finals coming up. It's April 3rd. My last final is April 20th, and you definitely won't see this before then. But yeah, we'll see. Let me guys know if you like these videos, and I might do these on, I'm not really too sure. Because I have my Tuesdays, my Saturday, and then maybe I'll do this on like a Thursday. So I'll post 3 videos a week, wow. I'm really happy of how my channel's growing. I'm really proud of that. Anywho, we'll see you sometime this week. I'll say Thursdays. I'll see you next Thursday. Thanks so much for watching.